Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. I'm still getting over my COVID and I'm trying to film back-to-back days, so hopefully it won't be sniffling and stuff too much longer. But I wanted to update you guys on my Panos face palettes for 2024, and this is the update for September. There's still a couple days left in September, but I thought I'm going to film it today anyway because I want to make this post up I believe around the 2nd of October. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about everything. I'm really excited. I have a lot to share with you guys. Don't mind the mess behind me. I'm creating a Halloween costume and I'm working on a bunch of things right now. So I have piles of things sorted everywhere in my room. And my son is playing. He's jumping off the furniture again. I'm trying so hard to get him not to do that. Okay, he stopped. So I'm going to continue. So I'm going to move you guys over a little bit here, but the first palette we'll talk about is the Tarte Color Wheel. It's an Amazonian clay blush palette, and it looks like this. I'm really annoyed with the round packaging. I get the idea. I get the color wheel situation. I think that's a great idea, but I wish it was in square packaging and then the wheel was inside, you know? Just because this is it rolls around everywhere and hard to store, and just not a fan of the roundness. But the products are nice, but they're starting to get dusty. They're starting to get old and dusty and dried out. I do have the blush on today, and I waited before I used the blush, so at least this use will count next month. Excuse me. But I have a little bit of exciting updates going on here, and I can't remember where I was in the last update, but I know I've done this recently. But anyhow, I managed to hit some pan in this shade right here. So there's some pan showing here, 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 and here. So that is so exciting. That's probably the easiest, most crumbliest blush in the entire palette. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's one of those really gorgeous, almost like NARS Orgasm and Orgasm X, in between those two. It's like this, and it's so beautiful and so shiny and so gorgeous, and I love it, and I wore it all summer, which is excuse me, how I got the pan. But I also used a lot of this one as well, which I still want to use a lot of because I think this would be really nice for the fall time. So I'll probably focus more on this one and maybe use a little bit of that. But more so, I'm going to start focusing on this side of the really clean side of the palette. You can see this side has been well loved and used, and it's quite dirty. I would like this side to become the same until I'm done using it, and then I'll clean it all off. But I used, I want to say this one today on my cheeks. I think it's this one. They all look relatively similar, but yeah, this is the one that I used today. But I'm really excited that I have pan. Last update, we were at 123.32, and then I just weighed it at 123 grams. So that's a great amount of usage. Sorry about that. The next one is even more exciting, if you can believe it. This is the Tarte Skin Twinkle Lighting Palette. Now, I would like to eventually get a lot of my Tarte palettes used because I keep collecting them and then I don't use them as much as I should. So this one I wanted to completely use. I had two highlighters. The majority of the highlighters went into, the majority of the highlighters went into my lotion, which I am almost done. I have probably another month or two of use, not even two, probably 1 month left of use, and that will be completed. And then I also had a, so this is what it looks like anyway, but I also had setting powder, which is what I completed. And then also there was a highlighter on this side that I had a teeny tiny corner left. So I used some of it, but it was way too light for my skin shade at the moment. So I ended up putting this into the rest of that lotion because I just want to get it out of my collection. And I managed to completely use this up in the last month. So that made me so incredibly happy. So this is now a completed palette. So you will see that in my next month empties. And I know I still have some highlighter in the lotion bottle, but I have such a little amount left that you'll probably see that in the beauty rehab after this coming one. So I'm okay putting it in there now, which I can actually move over here. And then next I have more exciting stuff happening. I'm just this September, even though I got sick, I was really only like a week of not wearing makeup. But leading up to September, I was making some really great progress. And in September, it was actually visually like noticeable. So this is the Kat Von D Shade Light Contour and Highlight Palette. I'm very distracted by my son jumping off the furniture, so please bear with me if I'm like slurring my words, but I will hear him jump and I will worry, and I just have to keep like pushing through. But this one is a very old palette. It's probably one of the first ones that came out. The very first drop of this, I had to pick it up. It's so beautiful, and I actually worked at Sephora when I picked this up. So I know it was around 2015, which means this is like 9 years old, I think. Something like that anyway. But anyway, last month we were at 207.96 grams, so almost 208 grams. And this month, at the end of September, I'm at 206.32 grams. So I've used up a lot. Now I'll explain how. So this is what my palette is looking like right now. So you know I already have these two empty the two empty pans, and some of this, half of this, went into the portion that you see missing here and is in here. My goal in this summer was to try and finish this up, and I know I would have finished it if I didn't get sick for the end of September. I would have had another empty pan, so I'm a little bit devastated about that, but I have such little amounts left that what I'm doing now, because I'm starting to get more fair, is I'm combining this, and I'm using it on my under eyes to complete this color. Now, another thing I did in September and actually leading up to this was use this contour shade a lot. So I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see it, but there is such a dip going in this one. So there's quite a lot less product available in this pan, which means once this one's done and I combine these together, it shouldn't take me very long to complete that leftover pan. So this one is also a huge thing because I didn't have any pan in this one, maybe like a bubble or something. There was a couple of bubbles that could have potentially showed pan, but nothing that was actual pan. And now I actually have a substantial amount of pan in this one, which makes me really happy. There's barely anything in this. It's very flat. It's very flat, a little bit higher around the edges, of course, so I will start using up around the edges. And I do have this contour shade on today with a little bit of the deeper one. This is sort of like what's around this part of my head, but I do have a little bit of the deeper one in the outer, like under my cheekbone. Dylan, you gotta be careful, honey. Oh my goodness, this kid. At least he's having fun, but I just don't want him to get hurt, you know? So once this is done, I will combine all three of these together, and I might have to add a hint of a light shade into it as well. So there might be a little bit of extra. I know there's a teeny bit of extra in this one. So it isn't just what's in this palette. There's a hint more from another product, and I will have to do that the same because this will be too deep for me to use in the winter. But I need to finish this by the end of October so that I can complete the other one by the end of December, or November and December, because that's going to be enough product for at least 2 months. So I'm a little bit freaking out. That being said, Halloween is coming, and I am going to be doing quite a few looks, hopefully, potentially, like the one I did today with the Bella Beauty Bar Strange and Unusual eyeshadow palette. It's the like Beetlejuice sort of inspired palette, and I wanted to do a crazy fun look today, so I thought I would film wearing the look today. And I really enjoy the products. This is a little bit more than I typically would wear on the daily, so if I were to leave the house, I would wash my face and start again, just because I just feel like it's a lot. But I do enjoy it. I'm just getting to that stage where I'm a little bit more uncomfortable wearing such a bold look out of the house. But talking back to Halloween and this palette, I know I will be creating some more fun like looks, and I'm going to need a lot of contour, almost like a theater-esque contour and shading. So I have a feeling that October will really help me plow through this product. And then I think what I might do is very soon I will probably create like using all three of these into this one pan, just so I can kind of gauge where I'm at, how much I have left, because I'm very much on autopilot of getting this done by the end of December. And if I keep going at this rate, I'm not going to get it finished. So I need to wear makeup basically like every single day in order to get this done, because there's still a lot of product left. And I want to get this done. Like, I need your support. I need to hear that I can do this. I have pushed so hard to get to this point in this palette, and now I'm like, I have 3 months left and I still have a lot of product left. Probably the equivalent of one full pan, which is 4.5 grams, maybe a little less than that. Maybe like 3.5 or 4 grams. But if I combined all of these into one pan, I think I would probably almost fill an entire pan. That's a lot of product for 3 months. So I really need your support. Let me know in the comments. Just give me some kind of motivation. Let me know I can do it. Give me ideas of things you guys think I can do in order to use this product up. But I will definitely over contour for the next couple months. So if you do watch my video and you see that I have like a big dark streak and it looks awful, just like, you know, we'll move along and not say anything, okay? But anyhow, I'm really proud of my progress. I can't believe where I'm at. I can't believe I have pan in another blush. That means I have pan in 2 blushes in my collection. That is huge for me. So let's go ahead and try harder and get this contour palette done. The rest of the year, I'm debating on even keeping this in, just because I have so many other blushes I want to play with. And this, I know my whole goal was just to use this palette, but I haven't really used much of this. So I think I will keep it in for the remainder of the year, just to try and wear off some of the embossing on this side and actually play with it a little bit. And I do really enjoy the color that I'm wearing right now. I think it's really pretty and it'll be nice for fall. And I also want to be able to be motivated by the amount of dip I have in here and pan in here. So my son is asking me for help, so I gotta go, but thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.